Hello and welcome to Sparkle and Spell Tarot. I do have a Sparkle and Spell witchy shop as well if you would like to visit that, which is sparkleandspell.etsy.com. I did film an intro that was supposed to be for the reading, which was going to be one long reading, but I wanted to give more time individually to each sign. So now I'm making another intro, but if you would like to watch the original one where I introduce myself, give kind of a life update, I will link that below, or you can find it on my page if you're on Instagram. My name is Paige, by the way. Never get tired of those jokes. But I am super excited to be reading for you guys today. If you want to support me, I have posted things like my Venmo and Cash App in the description of the video. And if not, and you're just here to enjoy the reading, then you are always welcome. I'm super excited to be reading for you guys today. I've been reading tarot for 15 years. I'm also certified, though I will say you don't need to be certified to read tarot. And you should definitely get yourself a deck if you are interested and this seems fun to you, or you feel like you're getting insight here. And don't forget to like and subscribe, please, or follow me if it's on a platform other than YouTube. And let us get started. Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your first Sparkle and Spell tarot reading for January 1st through the 7th. Happy New Year. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you had good holidays, whatever you celebrate. And if you didn't celebrate anything, I hope you had a relaxing time while the world was quiet. My cats are starting to get restless with me sitting here. They keep like coming over here and moving my table and trying to cuddle. They'll get there. Oh, there's Sadie. She's gonna go lay under the Christmas tree. All right, well, let's get started. So, do I have a reading for you? So, in the past, it looks like with the Page of Pentacles, you're a person who just keeps trying again, finding the joy in life, trying to rebuild things, just trying your best, trying to take love seriously. Oh, and this is for the singles, by the way. I'm sorry. I forgot to mention that. This is single Pisces, and I will do a couples reading after this. So, yes, but you've done your best to open up, whether it was cautiously or slowly. You've always tried your best. And you are a person who likes to learn about yourself, about other people, learning, having new experiences, learning new things, putting yourself out there. And then in the present, we've got the Queen of Cups, which means that you're feeling more emotionally wise than you were in the past. Maybe this Page of Pentacles was helping you learn to become the Queen of Cups, to become more self-aware, to have more compassion, to listen to your own intuition when it comes to relationships. Holding space for new feelings, new love, new people, and that's where you're at right now. And you know that you can open your heart, but also protect yourself. But then, in the future, this first week of January, we have a Four of Cups, which means that you could be feeling in the future, right now you're feeling more emotionally open, but something may happen to make you feel a little hesitant, or maybe you're going back to your past where you weren't as emotionally available and you're leaning on old patterns. Or you could be just feeling very conflicted with what you want to go. There could be multiple people you're interested in and you don't know which path to take. You're really thinking about stuff here. You're really trying to not go into old patterns where you could have been like tempted by something. You want to make sure that you know what you're going to do with your heart. And it could just be that you are feeling more emotionally deep now and you don't want to get into something that isn't emotionally deep. So I think that you've been finding yourself and you're being smart about your choices. And then with Death being in the clarifier position or the pop-out position, it looks like you're, transforming as a person. You are getting rid of old patterns that were negative. You are shedding, old patterns, but you're also shedding old emotional weight to become ready for a new partner. And then I also got the 10 of Wands and the King of Swords came out, so I'm just grabbing those. So I think these clarify why this shift that you made was necessary and why you were shedding old emotional patterns, because you're done, right? You're done with this 10 of Wands. You're done carrying other people's emotional weight. You're done overgiving, saving other people. You're ready to focus on yourself. And then the King of Swords has clear boundaries. He's the truth. So you're gonna have logic and intuition and emotional security with yourself. And you're gonna be able to bring that into a new relationship if it comes along. And you may have multiple people that you're thinking about, that you're talking to. And if it's just one person, then you're being very discerning about what you want to do moving forward. And I'm proud of you. That's awesome. You're clearing your heart and you'll be ready for a new relationship soon. Okay, time for Pisces who are in a couple. I swear I'm shuffling these guys. I keep seeing repeated patterns here. Obviously we have the Page of Pentacles in the same position for singles, although it slightly changes in this sense. But yeah, our collective is definitely mirroring each other in certain ways. It's very interesting to see. So with Page of Pentacles in the past, in this couple's situation, so it looks like you two began the relationship being willing to learn each other, willing to put in effort and build something together, and a sense of trying, trying to be together, trying even if you didn't know where things were headed, and opening your heart to someone, even if it's a little bit cautiously. And then with the Two of Wands in the present, it looks like you're at a crossroads. So there's some kind of choice that you have to make, like maybe where do you want to go from here? Are you comfortable together? Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? What kind of future do you want with this person? And then with the Chariot, it looks like you're gonna make a decision together or alone, but it looks like it's some kind of decision and things are gonna move fast. And it could be that you're both moving towards a shared goal that you have, or overcoming some kind of obstacles together, moving towards some kind of clarity. But there is movement. And then we have Five of Pentacles as our little bonus card here, which tells me there is a fear of loss in this situation. There's a fear of being abandoned or not being enough, not being good enough. Yeah, just feeling insecure a little bit. And then I actually did get, see, Pisces is getting all the cards. I have to clarify everything here. Then we have Death and the Nine of Swords, which tells me that something's ending. Not necessarily the relationship, but at least a pattern that's been in the relationship is ending. Or maybe like you're done repeating situations that have happened in the past. You could be done with the relationship, I guess, if that's how you feel. But again, there's movement. So whether that's movement forward together with this person or, you know, movement by yourself, that's up to you. And then we have the Nine of Swords, which is anxiety, overthinking, you know, trouble sleeping. Sorry about that. I was saying that this is about overthinking. You could be having trouble sleeping, having nightmares, you know, finally just feeling like you really need to confront something, confront this person, confront a problem that you're having together and move forward from it. But some action needs to be taken to get you out of this mental worry, and it looks like you are headed there this week, well, the week of January 1st through the 7th. But then I did another clarifier because I don't want to leave things on that note. So we have the Sun here, which tells me that you're moving towards clarity. You're moving towards happiness, you know. This movement is good. And, you know, these painful cycles with death and the Nine of Swords are coming to an end, and you're gonna have a brighter future. You're gonna have joy again. Once you release your fears, you're gonna have joy. Once you release your anxiety, and I'll give you the same advice I give everybody, which is meditate, take time for yourself, cleanse your energy, do sound baths, Reiki. There are YouTube videos for all of this. Just do what you need to do to clear your head and find clarity on what you need to do, whether that's, you know, by yourself or with this person. And your relationship, this does tell me that your relationship can become lighter. It can be more playful. It can be more joyful. You can make music together. You can frolic in the sun. But you need to move past these things from the past. You know, you started out good. You're making a decision now. You need to move forward. And I think it's about a conversation that needs to be had. So, and it's scary as hell to have those kinds of conversations, but you can do it. And I believe in you, and you're gonna feel so free once you have that conversation. So there's no more pretending, no more walking on eggshells. Have the conversation. Alrighty, so we're moving on to career for this first week of January for Pisces. So in the past is, and you see we have a lot of emotions here, but in the past we had the Four of Cups, which means that you could have been feeling uninspired, bored, maybe emotionally checked out of your job. Or maybe you were getting opportunities or offers from people that just didn't feel right to you, or feeling like, you know, there's got to be more for me in the world. Just feeling unfulfilled, basically. And then in the present, we have the King of Cups, which is, he's a leader, being balanced and leading in an emotional way. So you could be feeling balanced at work right now, feeling mature, feeling calm, being a leader and contributing in a way that like uses your intuition, where you can feel free being creative, or empathetic. Maybe you've had conversations with coworkers recently and you feel like you're helping them in some way emotionally, and feeling wise to guide other people. And then we have the Five of Cups, which looks like some kind of emotional release is happening. So you may be grieving something soon. Like maybe there's some kind of a job opportunity that you wanted, or some kind of promotion that you wanted, and it's just not panning out. It doesn't feel right for you anymore. And you have to feel that. You have to feel these emotions so that you can move forward. Because then we have the Six of Swords, which is you're going to be transitioning into a calmer space. You're going to leave behind this emotional heaviness that you've been feeling. You're going to have a change in direction. There's some kind of transition that's going to happen for you, and that is going to be the saving grace. And of course this is just for this first week in January, so it looks like you've had a lot of feels about your work recently, but it's going to end up good. Okay, you're going to gently and more purposefully move into a position or a place where you feel stable again. But you do have to go through this turmoil to get there. And I know that that's tough, but you can do this. And I know it seems like an interesting first week of January for Pisces, but there's good on the horizon if you can get through it. And I believe in you. And let me just pull one more card for you guys. Let's see. So I got the Lovers here, which is a really interesting card to pull for career. So to me that talks about alignment. So you're gonna feel more aligned once you get through this and you grieve what you need to grieve. You're gonna find something like a silver lining that makes you feel good. You're gonna have something that resonates with you, and you're gonna feel like you know what your path is. So this was a necessary grieving, and like honestly whatever this was not for you, because you're gonna start to feel like, oh, I know what aligns with me. I know what my soul purpose is. This is coming soon. And yeah, it's about figuring out what the right fit is for you, not just like what a good fit is, not just like you want to do what's aligned with you and find what you need to follow your heart. This is all emotions, right? And this is very water, very Pisces. You've got this. And now we have messages from your person on your mind or the universe. So our top row here is for singles, bottom row is for couples. So for our singles, we have be more selfish, and I think that's from the universe telling you to, don't give so much of yourself that you forget who you are and what you want and what you need. Be more selfish. Be more selfish with your time. Be more selfish with your emotions. Don't give all of yourself. You don't need to. You don't need to overextend. maybe spend more time with yourself. And then another one, maybe from your person, maybe from the person on your mind, maybe from the universe. But love is the answer. That's beautiful. And this is a question probably from somebody. If I recall correctly, you may have multiple people that you're speaking with, and somebody's wondering, will you choose me? And 4 could be significant to you, the 4th month, so April, or perhaps like they were born on the 4th of a month. Maybe 4 is another significant number for you. But yeah, will you choose me? And then for our couples, we have I just want you all the time. All the time is what it says. And then we have 8 is the significant. Isn't that August? Yeah, August. So maybe Leo. But somebody wants you all the time. And then this is probably an answer from someone. If you're looking for an answer, I think so, yes. And then the universe is saying, think before you act. So take that how you will, and I hope that helped. All right, Pisces, I have picked a few zodiac signs from my little bag here that it could be the person on your mind, it could be just, the overall energy of your week. You could be encountering someone with that zodiac sign, a family member, a partner, someone you're interested in. And you don't have to, but it is possible. So, first we have Virgo. We've got Aquarius here. And we've got Leo. Scorpio. And Cancer. Let me know in the comments if that relates to you. And then I've also pulled some letters for my little Scrabble. And these could be initials of people, or maybe you'll see a word in here. Could be relevant to you, maybe not. We have U, G, W, T, M, mug, maybe someone got you a mug for Christmas. E, I see Tim, time. A, I also see game. Q and U and I, quiet. And then we have E again. T. So, sorry if you can hear my cat snoring. Pisces, you're getting all my funky cat stuff. And it's so funny because I'm filming this section a little bit out of order here. And it just seems that Pisces gets the cat energy. Maybe a cat is significant to you. A white cat. Calico cat. But I hope that made sense to someone, and let me know if it does. And this part of the reading will be a spirit animal spirit animal message for you, Pisces. And it is from the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. And I am going to read from the book for you.
So let's see, page 160. The skunk spirit, know your worth. And I think that's very fitting with the rest of the reading today for you. What do you value? What do you believe in? Is your best, most authentic self on display? Skunk spirit comes as a reminder that you can be proud of who you are and what you've accomplished. Know your worth. Not everyone will agree with you or share your values, but you can walk with your head high, knowing that when you express your integrity, others can feel your authenticity and will be inspired by it. Be who you are, and if your reputation precedes you, good. You have much to be proud of, and Skunk Spirit wants you to be your best self, the true you. And it says, many people have issues of their own to address, and you may trigger something in them, but if so, no matter. Skunk Spirit calls you to be fully yourself without apology. Now is time for honesty and admitting that something doesn't sit right for you. You deserve the self-respect that comes when you courageously choose to stand up for yourself and speak your truth in love. Remember who you are and what really matters to you and act with integrity. You'll be so glad you did. And I think that's very relevant for both the relationship readings and for the career reading. You know, remember who you are and what matters to you and act with integrity. So thank you so much, Pisces, for listening. I hope that was helpful. And if you want to help me out, if you could like and share the video. And if you can or want to tip or donate, and then if you donate, I will do a personal reading for you. Then you can find that information in the description below, and you can always go to sparkleandspell.etsy.com if you're not comfortable donating or tipping in another way. I do have listings on there as well. But thank you so much, and I hope you have a good first week of January. Happy New Year again, and I love you. Bye.